Welcome back to Digital Social Science class. Now, let us start with second lesson of history of 10th standard. That is the extension of the British rule in India. Using mind map flowcharts important points prepared by myself M. Ruxana, social science teacher Bellary. The extension of the British rule. In this unit, you will learn about the following concepts: Anglo-Maratha Wars, the consolidation of the British power, no succession rights for the adopted children, subsidiary alliance, Anglo-Sikh Wars. So, our first concept is Anglo-Maratha Wars. This picture shows how war took place. The First Anglo-Maratha War. The First Anglo-Maratha War was fought in the years 1775 to 1782. It was fought between Madhvarao Peshwa II and Raghunath Rao, where Nana Farnavis supported to Madhvarao Peshwa II and British supported to Raghunath Rao. Let us go through the reasons of First Anglo-Maratha War. The death of Maratha strongman Madhva Rao Peshwa was a major setback to Marathas. Though his brother Narayan Rao came to power, he was murdered by his uncle Raghuba. So the main reason for the First Anglo-Maratha War was Raghunath Rao wanted to gain the Peshwa post. The result of this war was Salbai Agreement. The Second Anglo-Maratha War. The Second Anglo-Maratha War was fought in the year 1803 to 1805. This war was fought between Holkar Bhonsle Sindhia, Raja of Bharatpur in one side, in another side Peshwa Bajirao II, where British supported to Peshwa Bajirao II. The main reason of Second Anglo-Maratha War was Peshwa Bajirao II signed Treaty of Basin and accepted the subsidiary alliance in 1803. The result of this war was Treaty of Basin. Third Anglo-Maratha War. The Third Anglo-Maratha War was fought in the year 1817 to 1818. This war was fought between Peshwa Bajirao II and British. The main reason of Third Anglo-Maratha War was with an objective to attain independence for the Marathas. The Peshwa mounted an attack on the British presidency. Madhva Rao Holkar prepared for war. This led to the Third Anglo-Maratha War. The final result of Anglo-Maratha Wars was the British defeated the Marathas in these wars due to their mutual rivalry. The defeat of Marathas made the British the supreme power in India. So, let us see the second concept, which is about Anglo-Sikh Wars. There were two Anglo-Sikh wars which were held from 1845 to 49 in Punjab. This is an image of war field. So, the first Anglo-Sikh War was fought in the year 11th December 1845 to 9th March 1846 between Army of Punjab and British. The reasons of the first Anglo-Sikh War are as follows. First point, the British policy of encirclement of Lahore Kingdom. Second, anarchy and revolts in Punjab after Ranjit Singh. These are the reasons for the first Anglo-Sikh War. With the help of Lahore Treaty, the first Anglo-Sikh War was ended. Now, second Anglo-Sikh War. The second Anglo-Sikh War was fought in the year 1848 to 1849 between Dilip Singh and British. Let us go through the reasons now. The first reason is dissatisfaction amongst the Sikhs after the first Anglo-Sikh War. Second one, plan of Lord Dalhousie and Curie to annex Punjab. Now, let's see the results of the Anglo-Sikh Wars. Defeated to the Sikh, enter the Punjab into the British rule. Till here we have learnt about the wars. Now we will learn about the policies of the British. That is subsidiary alliance and doctrine of lapse. The first policy is subsidiary alliance. The first policy is subsidiary alliance. In this policy, the subsidiary alliance was introduced by Lord Wellesley in the year 1798. And the principles of subsidiary alliance are as follows. The first principle is kings had to keep the British army in his kingdom. The second policy is had to bear the expenses of the army. The last principle of the subsidiary alliance is had to keep a British resident in his court. These are the principles of subsidiary alliance. The states where the subsidiary alliance were accepted: Mysore, Oudh, Tanjore, Maratha, Bihar, etc. Look at the states here in India map. The Hyderabad Nizam was the first to accept the subsidiary alliance. Let us go to the second policy of British, that is doctrine of lapse. Doctrine of lapse was introduced by Lord Dalhousie in the year 1848. The main conditions of the doctrine of lapse was the adopted children of Indian kings were refused their right to throne. States that come under this policy are Satara, Nagpur, Sambhalpur, Udaipur, Jhansi and Jaipur. Look here. The yellow colored marked states were under the control of Lord Dalhousie. With this topic, we have completed our second lesson of history. Thank you. Subscribe this channel for upcoming lessons.